Unity, we're a poor boy like me. Anyway, it's some kind of Broadway show. But the point is, America is the land of opportunity where anybody can succeed. And so that's what we want to talk about a little bit today is how to take people that have an attitude of negativism, defeatism, I'm not good enough or whatever. And we're going to show them that that's not true. And another part of it is part of the Napoleon Hill basic principles. One of the best quotes that I've ever picked up on from Napoleon Hill. It's when we're going to get into how you have to have a plan, part of the preparation, et cetera. But it's having a plan, and the very best time to start is where you stand right now, is to start and then modify and kind of adjust your course once you start. But one of the biggest reasons, and you've said this on many of the shows you've done with me, you've probably done about 16, 17 more shows. And if we want to add in Design Your Empower Year series, you've probably been involved in 25 or more shows with me. I mean, you're the most prolific guest that I have. But when we talk about what's one of the biggest reasons why people don't succeed is they never start.
Exactly. Hey, you don't have to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. And or you just got to start to move. And you know this for a fact. A car will not turn unless you're moving. So I'd rather, and this is a Jim Rohn quote, I would rather you go the wrong way first, because at least you're taking action and you can always turn around. If you're just sitting there or standing there, you'll never go anywhere. And another one of my mentors, John Maxwell, always said, you ever heard it? You've seen the poem Footsteps in the Sand?
Oh, yeah. I have it on my reading table next to the bed.
Well,
my story.
I think the majority of the people have butt prints in the sand. They don't have steps. They're sitting on their butt and they're not doing anything except waiting. May I get a little bit controversial for a second?
Yes.
Christ walks with us. And there are times where he carries us. But I don't think he wants to. I think he wants to walk beside us, protect us, help us, guide us, but to just sit on our behind and not do anything when there's all this opportunity, I think that is throwing his gifts back into his face.
Oh, yeah. Lefford, my response to that is I've spoken many times on that exact thing. First of all, a lot of people sometimes when a person is a confident person that is out there doing things, they sometimes they take that wrong. They think it's too much ego or something. And
yeah,
but I came up with a little kind of anecdote maybe 5-6 months ago that I said, God can do anything. I mean, he knows everything before we even have the thought. But I believe that sometimes God will ask us to do something that he could have done, but he says, hey, Steve, listen, I got something I'd like you to do me a favor today. There's this person over there that's kind of down and depressed and needs a little bit of love. And would you go visit that person and talk to them and connect with them? And I'm having kind of a busy day, Steve, and you'd help me out if you go do that for me. Well, God doesn't need me to free up his schedule, I'll tell you that. But the reason that God does that is because he's given me the gifts that I can do what he wants, but he wants us to love one another. He doesn't want to just be up there directing where we go and making sure it happens and answering prayers, dear Lord, solve my financial circumstances. No. I think the main thing that the Lord wants of us is to love one another and just be there for each other and to love others the way that he loves us. I mean, because that's where it all started. He loved us first.
Yeah, he commanded us to do that, Steve. And, we pray for stuff that we've already been given.
Oh, yeah. That's a big one.
We're asking for guidance on what to do when we've already been told. And I get it. But the faith is already there. Nah, not going there today. Anyway, we are we are full. God lives in, around us, and we know what we should be doing. I don't know very many people that really don't know, at least have an understanding of where the direction that we should be going, right, wrong, good, bad, kind of know that. Just kind of go out there and do it. I think not only don't we have faith in God, we don't have faith in ourselves, but God has given us the spirit of growth and development and love and power. He has not given us fear. He gave us a command: be fruitful, multiply, and then have dominion. He has already placed us having dominion over all things on this plane. So we're supposed to go do. And that's a thing for me. And maybe it's because I'm a military man. And because I'm a military man, I was taught to take orders and go with. And so the orders don't change unless somebody comes and change the order. Right? So if God needs to come back to me every 15 minutes and say, be fruitful and multiply, and I got to go keep asking him what he wants me to do. Now, I pray for gratitude, thanking him for giving me what I got. I'm not saying that's good or anything. I'm just saying I am very thankful, but he's already kind of told us what to do. And so sometimes I think we just sit around waiting for God to come give us something else when he's already given us the keys to the kingdom.
Oh, I agree with that 1,000%. We've got what we need. We just have to.
Yeah, we got to step out and do it. And that's what this thing about luck is to me. Because, yeah, I do. People say there's no such thing as luck. If you could be lucky and unlucky. You could be born in America and you could be born in Uganda. One's lucky and one's not so lucky. You could be born on the border town in Mexico to a terrible situation, or you could be born in California, just across the border, lucky, unlucky. But the true luck for me is having an opportunity and preparing. And that's where, and Edison said it, Mark Twain said it, many thought leaders have said it. When the opportunity shows up, you have prepared to such a point and you're ready to step out on faith. To me, that is getting lucky. That is getting lucky to me. And you do, and it's active. It's not a passive thing. It's not going to get a lottery ticket or looking for 4-leaf clovers. It's recognizing that there's opportunities around you constantly. So you prepare for when your ship comes. Hey, and if the ship don't come in, swim out to that bad boy. And if you don't know how to swim, learn how to swim. If you don't know how to swim, build a boat. If you climb on somebody's back and go with them, ask for some help. That's what I mean by lucky. We have to be active participants in our life because we've been given the keys, but I don't think he's going to turn the key for us.
Oh, wow. Hey, we're moving on now. You're getting into what we're talking about.
I'm like trying to calm down, Steve. You know me.
No. Oh, no. We were easing into this, and I just want to give a little credit to a person that I found on the internet when I was preparing for this conversation. A woman named Cindy McMenamin, McMenamin. So, what I do when I get ready to do a show is I just Google. I just put the word scriptures for, and then I said seizing opportunities. And man, I came up with a good one on this, and I just want to hit it really quick because you've already said the gist of everything that this is going to give. But this is a 7 scriptures to discern God's opportunities for your life. And the author's name is Cindy McMenamin, and it's crosswalk.com. So I want to give her full credit. But boy, is this incredible. I'm just going to hit them quick. This the prayed over door, 1 John 5:4-15. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And if we know that he hears us, whatever we ask, we know that we have what we asked of him. The whole thing about, you always got to be careful what you ask for. I've got some life stories that I'm not going to share right now, but sometimes you ask for things and and you're going to get them. But if it's not the right thing, it'll get you in trouble. I don't want to go into detail right now. Maybe we can do that another time. But you just got to be careful what you ask for, because when you get it, there may be some consequences because it might not have been the right thing. Proverbs 16:3, the committed door. Commit your works to the Lord, and your plans will be established. And it's, wow. Psalm 84:11, this is the door of reward. For the Lord God is a sun and shield. The Lord gives grace and glory. No good thing does he withhold from those who walk uprightly. And then the no fear door. We cover this right off the bat. People are afraid to move forward and so forth. For God has not given us a spirit of fear. This is 2 Timothy 1:7, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Don't hesitate, trust the Lord. Matthew 18:15-16, the confirmed door. But if they will not listen, take one or two things along so that every matter may be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. That's the networking and the mastermind, being surrounded by people that you trust, that you respect. Philippians 4:13. This one's pretty powerful. I can do all things through him who strengthens me. We just have to know that we need him. And the last one, Hebrews 11:6. This is the only by faith door. And without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he who comes to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of those who seek him. So basically, all I tried to put on the table just then is, with this luck and opportunity and preparation for opportunity, let's just make sure that the things that we're trying to seize onto are godly, upright things. Because if they're not, there's going to be some problems that we're going to have to deal with. That's all I'm trying to say.
Oh, I get it. I get that, and I agree. But I also think there's problems when God has granted you these great things and you don't do anything with it. I'd almost rather, and please hear my heart, because sometimes my mouth don't work right. I think I'd rather do it wrong than to throw God's gifts back in his face. And I think that's what most people are doing. I don't want your gifts, God. I know you gave it to me, but I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm going to sit on my butt and I'm going to whine and cry and blame you and the world for not doing anything. And I know that sounds pretty harsh, but Steve, this is the deal. We are living in a buffet and we're starving. We're living in a buffet and we're starving. And I don't know if it's because we don't have faith. And what does faith mean? Does faith mean that I don't have faith in God, that God's not big enough or good enough to do what he promised me? Is that what it is? He's not good? Or is it, even though he sent his only begotten son to die for me, that's not enough? Or I'm so bad that I'm the only person in the world that he did not come to save? I don't know. Like I said, this isn't church, but the reality is, in my mind, this is just my little country mind, that if you pray for something, if you ask for something, and we have an all-knowing, omnipresent Father that can do anything, and he says that if we come to him in supplication and prayer, that we can have it, and we don't have it. I struggle with that. So, and I was told all I needed was faith the size of a mustard seed. I think one of the cool things about me, Steve, is I got high energy and low IQ. I don't have to understand it. All I have to do is believe it. He said, this is what it is, so all I got to do is go do it. And so to me, that's opportunity. And so all I got to do is prepare. He's given all of us gifts. And you heard my story about the gifts and the talents, right? So all of us got gift and talent, and we're supposed to multiply that gift and talent. And all that's gift given. Multiply it, move out in faith, and it will keep coming. I mean, that's my thing, and that's very simple. And we're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna mess up. But there's grace and there's mercy. So since we're covered with the grace and mercy, why not just step out? Why not take